precisely the opposite.
Efforts by Amman and Tokyo to negotiate the release of a captured Jordanian pilot and a Japanese journalist from the Islamic State appear to be in deadlock. Japanese officials say that they are still waiting for updated information after the passing of the Thursday deadline set by the radical jihadi group, who vowed to kill Kenji Goto unless Amman frees imprisoned Iraqi al-Qaeda female prisoner Sajida al-Rishawi, who is on death row for her role in a 2005 attack on hotels in Amman that killed 60 people. The family of the Jordanian pilot, Muath al-Kasasbeh, say that they have not received word about his fate since ISIS threatened to kill him. Jordan is now reportedly threatening to hang al-Rishawi if the pilot is executed. Dr. Jonathan Spire of the Gloria Center told IBA's R.A. O'Sullivan that negotiations with Islamic State are affording the group legitimacy, and it's another sign that Islamic State is becoming more of a state.
The Islamic State, as they call themselves, regard themselves as a state, it should be recalled. And they apparently are very keen to be treated as a state. And from a certain point of view, the willingness of neighboring countries, and apparently the Jordanians are very keen to enter into this, the willingness of neighboring countries to treat with them, to negotiate with them, actually affords them a certain legitimacy. One doesn't negotiate with somebody who simply wishes to destroy. The process of negotiation affords a kind of de facto legitimization. So I think that this does indicate ISIS are keen to be treated as a state, and to some degree their fortuitous capturing of a Jordanian fighter pilot connected to one of the most powerful and prominent Bedouin clans in the country, in Jordan, has led to them getting this level of legitimization from a neighboring country for the first time. So from their point of view, it kind of makes sense. Again, I don't think it means they're becoming sane. We should use the same calculus we used a moment ago with regard to Hezbollah. The strategic goals are utterly insane. When it comes to tactical maneuvering and day-to-day activity, these are not idiots, and we shouldn't be thinking of them as idiots.
Are they expanding?
They are no longer expanding to the east. In actual fact, they have lost significant ground in Iraq. Just yesterday, the Iraqi government announced that Diyala province in the east had been entirely liberated, so to speak, by Iraqi forces and Shia militias from ISIS. The Kurds also are pushing them westwards in the direction of Mosul city, and the issue of an attack on Mosul city is becoming relevant. So they're losing ground in Iraq. They lost ground this week also in Syria, of course in Kobani. The Kurds are completing, and with US air support, completing the expulsion of ISIS from Kobani. So they're not expanding, but they have not lost a significant amount of territory of what constitutes the Islamic State, as they call it, yet. And finally, we should take into account they're trying to push southwards in the direction of southern Damascus in that area. We've started to see ISIS fighters appearing, having crossed the desert, across Palmyra, from Palmyra right across the desert there, to appear in the suburbs of South Damascus area, fighting there too. So they are still in influence. They're not expanding to east or to north anymore, and it looks like they may be thinking about trying to expand to the southwest in the weeks and months ahead of us.
An Egyptian